timeshare interests. 7. A developer must not market a timeshare interest unless a. the land, accommodations, and facilities that are subject to the timeshare plan can be lawfully used or occupied by a purchaser, or b. the appropriate municipal or other government authority has, in relation to the land that is to be subject to the timeshare interest, small Roman numeral 1, if the timeshare interest includes a right of use, occupation, or possession of a building, issued a building permit, or small 2, in any other cases given development approval. Shared interests in land in BC. 8. 1. Despite Section 2.2a application, this section does not apply to a shared interest in land that is located outside British Columbia. 2. A developer must not market a shared interest in land that includes a right of use or occupation of a building unless the appropriate municipal or other government authority has issued a building permit in relation to the land that is to be subject to the shared interest in land. 3. In addition to the requirement under subsection 2, a developer must not market a shared interest in land that includes a right of use or occupation of a previously occupied building unless an approving authority has given approval in accordance with subsection 5 to market the shared interest in land. 4. A developer must not market a shared interest in land that does not include a right of use or occupation of a building unless an approving officer has given approval in accordance with subsection 6 to market the shared interest in land. 5. For the purpose of subsection 3, a. subsection 242.1, 2.6, and 11, approval for conversion of previously occupied buildings of the Strata Property Act applies in respect of the intended marketing as if it were an intended conversion into strata lots under that act, and b. the approving authority must deal with the matter as if the intended marketing were an intended conversion into strata lots under that act. 6. For the purpose of subsection 4, an approving officer, within 2 months of receiving an application for approval, or within a longer period prescribed by the Lieutenant Governor in Council, must a. consider, small 1, the public interest, small 2, any criteria prescribed by the Lieutenant Governor in Council, and 3, small 3, any other matter that the approving officer considers to be relevant, and b. notify the developer in writing that, small 1, the approval is granted, small 2, the approval is refused until conditions specified in the notice are met, or, small 3, the approval is refused, in which case the notice must set out the reasons for the refusal. Shared interest in land outside BC. 9. A developer must not market a shared interest in land that is located outside British Columbia unless a. the shared interest in land can be lawfully used or occupied by a purchaser, or b. the appropriate municipal or other government authority has, in relation to the land that is to be subject to the shared interest in land, small 1, if the shared interest in land includes a right of use or occupation of a building, issued a building permit, or, small 2, in any other case given development approval. Early marketing with permission. 10.1. Despite sections 4 to 9 subdivision lots and bare land strata lots to shared interests in land outside BC, a developer may market a development unit if the developer has obtained both A. Approval in principle to construct or otherwise create the development unit from the appropriate municipal or other government authority, and B. The superintendent's permission to begin marketing. 2. In relation to a permission given under subsection 1B, the superintendent may A. attach conditions to the permission and B. at any time revoke the permission. 3. The superintendent may publish, in accordance with the regulations, a policy statement setting out circumstances in which permission will be deemed to be granted under subsection 1B to developers who are described by the circumstances set out in the notice. 4. If the superintendent publishes a policy statement under subsection 3, a developer who is described by the circumstances set out in the policy statement, A, is deemed to have the superintendent's permission under subsection 1B, and B, must comply with the terms and conditions, if any, that are stated in the policy statement. Division 3. Title assurance and utility payments. Assurance of title. 11. 1. A developer must not market a development unit unless the developer has made adequate arrangements to ensure that a purchaser of the development unit will have assurance of title or of the other interest for which the purchaser has contracted. 2. For the purpose of subsection 1, a developer that has made adequate arrangements to ensure that a purchaser of a development unit will have assurance of title or of the other interest for which the purchaser has contracted if A. Arrangements have been made for title to the development unit to be held in trust by a lawyer, notary public, or another person or class of persons specified by the superintendent until title or the other interest for which the purchaser has contracted is assured. B. The developer provides a bond to the superintendent or other person specified by the superintendent for the benefit and protection of purchasers, with surety in the amount and subject to the terms required by the superintendent. Or C. The developer has made other arrangements that are satisfactory to the superintendent. 3. Without limiting subsection 1 or 2, if a development unit may be affected by a mortgage, lien, or other encumbrance that secures or evidences the payment of money, A. The mortgage, lien, or other encumbrance must provide, without condition, that a purchaser who complies with the terms and conditions of the purchaser's purchase agreement obtains title or the other interest for which the purchaser has contracted, free and clear of the mortgage, lien, or other encumbrance. Or B. The developer must make other arrangements satisfactory to the superintendent to assure title or the other interest for which the purchaser has contracted.